Hi my lovelies, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a Friday bonus video. I did not have any intention of filming an intro for this video. I've made the body of it, but I did decide that I would sit down and I would do the figures so that I could go through them with you. And luckily, because I keep everything in my everything book, I have my month-end roundups all listed in there so I can see exactly what I have sold over these summer months, which is the money that I have purchased these new items with. Now, I realise that a clothing, fashion kind of video is not going to be for everybody, and that's absolutely fine. But for those of you that are interested, also, you know, you may be thinking about decluttering, you may be thinking about curating a summer wardrobe, then hopefully this can give you some kind of ideas of, you know, what to purchase, how to purchase, the fact that you can use Vinted, the little camera facility, to search for items that you may have seen in the shops that you know you like, to see if you can pick it up either brand new with tags or worn once or twice at a really good price. And the other thing that I felt I needed to do the intro for was because on my clothing rail there were a couple of items that were bought with Vinted money but not from Vinted. I didn't include my black John Lewis cashmere jumper. So yeah, I wanted to jump on and say that that is also part of what I have spent my Vinted money on, and that jumper was £49. So when you add that on to the items that you're going to see on the rail that I've bought, I think you'll agree that I've done pretty well with what I have bought. So the reasons for doing it, I think I probably mentioned this in the other part of the video. Firstly, to declutter. It's been really about replacing for me, and not replacing everything, but replacing it with items that I've really had time to think about that I want in my wardrobe, like new swimwear because a lot of it's old, new cover-ups because a lot of it's old. Everything was in a mismatch of colours because I'm very often just drawn to a print or a colour. And it doesn't mean to say that my wardrobe will be cohesive, because it hasn't been. You know, just open the wardrobe doors and you're met with all of these different coloured items, and I wanted things to work together and go a little bit more down the mix and match route as well, with some separates, which is something I don't usually do in summer. So, and also, like with all the clothes that I had, I mean, basically it's just too much. I had too much stuff, and I don't want to have the amount of clothing around me that I had. I took a certain amount with me when I moved out. Then I can remember a little while after that my son bringing over a couple of black bags of clothing where my husband had sorted bits out. And then when my daughter moved in for 2 months while she sold her house and her new build wasn't quite ready, a massive sort out took place then at the house as well, because all the wardrobes needed to be emptied for you know, my family members to put their items in. That was obviously my daughter, son-in-law and 2 of the grandchildren. So I had loads more stuff come over then. So it really was time to have a sort out, think about what I wanted my wardrobe to look like, and yeah, kind of like buy within those sort of parameters. Lots of linen or linen mixed pieces I felt I wanted. And now that I've done the video, there's a couple of items that you will see that are new with tags. I'll now be able to wear them, but I wanted to show you that they were new with tags as well. And there are a few items also that are this season's. There are 2 items that have been bought outside of Vinted, but they have been bought with the Vinted money. So what I've made overall and what I've spent, so everything you're going to see plus the cashmere jumper. In May I made £106.91. In June I made £20, and in July I made £73. Future sweaty makeup has worn off. Sharon, speaking to you, my figures were wrong. May £106.91, June £20, July £73, adds up to £199.91. I think that's the one. Then in other sales I had £36.60, which gives us a total of £236.51. I currently have left £16.36. So that means the items that I'm showing you today and the cashmere jumper means that I have spent in total £220.15. But I still think when you see what I've got, I still think that is actually quite good considering how much I paid for the brown Marks and Spencer's dress as well. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'm still waiting for 2 items to come, which have been purchases in the last week. And I still have £16 and 36p left. Super happy with that. So I hope you enjoy the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing and hyping. It is always greatly appreciated. So take care, guys. And yeah, I hope you're interested and enjoy the video. Bye for now, my lovelies, and welcome to my Vinted purchases clothing rail. So as some of you may know, I have mentioned previously about sort of obviously decluttering, getting rid of things that no longer fitted me, getting rid of items that I have had for many years, and I do mean many years. I came across some dresses, and when I thought about holidays that I was on when I wore that particular dress, I was going back to like 2018. So yeah, getting rid of items that no longer serve me, that no longer fit me. And also my wardrobe was very itty bitty, in as much as I've always been a person who lives and dies in dresses in summer. And you know, you've got a wardrobe full of dresses of all different colours, all different prints, and it just wasn't looking cohesive enough for me, to be honest with you. So as per usual, you know, the many discussions that Sharon and I have, we were talking about creating more of a capsule summer wardrobe, something that would, you know, serve us this summer and for many summers to come, that we could add bits to as we went along, either sale purchases, Vinted purchases, or in Sharon's case, charity shop purchases as well, because she always does really well at the charity shop. So our discussions were around, you know, sort of linen and linen mix pieces, and certain colour palettes as well. I was very much feeling white, blue, browns as a kind of base. So yeah, just basically, I've still got some money in my Vinted, but all the money I've made on items that I've sold, I have used to repurchase new items, because I don't have a clothing budget within my overall budget, and I do not have a sinking fund that I put money in for clothing. So I wanted to revamp my wardrobe with classic pieces wardrobe, and I bought this clothing rail from Argos via Top Cashback, picked it up in store. The box was only about that big. It was really easy to put together, and it was only £8. And the purpose for that was also when I'm sorting out clothes to sell on Vinted, that I can, you know, wash them, press them, put them on the rail ready to be photographed, put them back on the rail, leave them there. and if I sell them, take them from the rail and of course post them. So yeah, I'm really finding this rail has come in really handy and well worth the £8 that I took out of my home sinking fund to purchase it. I feel like I've done really, really well with the items that I've bought. So I will go through those sort of in batches, because I can remember I've got 2 items on their way now, which is super cheap. If they come, I'm not sure they're going to be available to pick up today. I'd like to think so, because they're 2 really good items and they were really, really cheap as well. But I haven't got them here as yet. I was hoping that would be it, but then I stumbled across a blue linen shirt for £3 and a nice pattern top. There was a certain kind of pattern that I quite like, and I got a top for £2 in that kind of pattern that I like. So I'm still waiting for those 2 things, and there is still some money in my Vinted account as well. So I think I've done really, really well. I've almost created a complete summer wardrobe that I can just add the odd bit to. Not a lot of brown. I've still got brown things on my wish list. Some brown linen trousers. I did get a pair from Vinted, but unfortunately I thought they were elasticated around the waist and they weren't, so they didn't fit, unfortunately. But yeah, there you go. So I'll show you kind of like in various batches, because I've got some stuff here that is this season's that I've managed to source. I've got some accessories, and then I've got 6 items that when I had £36.40 in my Vinted, I managed to get 6 items for that money. So I was so happy with those bits, because that was at the point where I thought, right, the next thing I need to address is swimsuit cover-ups, because all of my swimsuit cover-ups, A, are absolutely years and years old, and B, various colours, patterns, and yeah, I just wanted to have something a little bit more cohesive. So I'll go through it in batches to show you what I've got. So we'll start off with items that, well, let's start off with the very first things that I bought before I got into this idea about having a more cohesive looking type of wardrobe. And there were 2 dresses. I think at the time I said they were 2 M&S dresses, but they weren't. This is a next dress, and it comes from under the bust, as you can see. I'm not sure of the fabric composition, but it is a bit cottony. Now, I was going to wear this when I went out for a meal last Saturday, but the problem was the tiny little, you know when they have these really tiny, stretchy kind of buttonholes? Well, I could hardly get my finger in it to do the button up. And you know what it's like when nobody's around, things with side zips, things with those stupid little buttons. And I just ended up not wearing it, which is a shame, because this is so my shape, coming from under the bust, and then an A-line skirt that skims the belly. This is so flattering on. So I was gutted that I couldn't wear it. But these were sort of the 2 dresses that I bought before deciding on going a little bit more cohesive colourway. Now, I do love a bit of leopard print. This dress is brand new with tags. This is Marks and Spencer's, originally £40, and it's just a dress that I would wear on holiday. It's 2-layer. It's got that slight sort of cowl neck. This would be for super hot holiday evenings, when quite frankly I might want to be a little bit more dressed up if I was going to a nice restaurant or something like that. And because I was on holiday, I would not care about the upper arms being on show. So that was the reason for that purchase. Then we got into the chatter about a more cohesive wardrobe. That dress should be down at that end, because we are now going to go through the things that I've sourced, which are this season's, that I've been really happy with. Now, I showed this dress before. Of course, I absolutely love it. but a bit too much fabric for me. It's not flattering. I need to get it taken in. I don't think I'd get my money back on it because I did pay £30 for this. Yeah, and I grabbed it because I just did not want to miss out. But there is too much fabric in here. But yeah, I just absolutely love the print and the fact that, yeah, we've got that brown theme going on. And then you would have seen me also wear this next dress in a video. Lots of you commented and really said this blue was my colour. Really lovely dress, linen mix. Can put it on without having to undo that stupid little button. Luckily, because it's got a V-neck, so there's plenty of room to get your head through there. I would have liked short sleeves rather than the cap sleeve. And to be honest, this is a 16 short. I would have preferred the long. Yeah, I would have preferred the long because it's kind of like just above my knee, and I would prefer it to be cutting the knees in half or just below. But I did wear it, yeah, for a day at the beach and for making a video. So that was this season's. And then I also mentioned when I was up at my daughter's, I've taken the tags off of this. Oh no, I haven't taken the tags off of this, thought I had. So that's still got the tag on it. So in Sainsbury's, in the county where my daughter lives, we popped into Sainsbury's and I had a look around. I mean, my Sainsbury's has got the tiniest little bit of clothing, but this was a really big store with loads of clothing, and I did have a look through and I picked up this dress because, again, it was in my kind of blue, white, brown theme that I wanted to have the base of my wardrobe for. And I thought, it's that 2-layer mesh, like the leopard print dress, but it's got this ruching on the side, which will help it to sort of sit over the tummy and be a little bit flattering. And I do actually look all right in dresses like this. So it was £15.75 in the shop. And I just carried on looking at other stuff and never went back to it. Came home that day and thought, oh, damn, I didn't go back and look at that blue dress. So what did I do? Got a picture of it from the TU2E, whatever you call it, website, and put the picture into Vinted and came up with this. And I paid £8 for this. And as you can see, yes, it's still got the tags. Originally £22.50. So yeah, quite long on me, which is good, because I do like something. Now I'm getting those old lady legs where you get the broken veins and the patches of like redness on your legs. Nice to have a long dress to cover that. So I remember that was £8, and I remember that this next one was £8, and this was £38 this season. I'd seen it in Next back in springtime, and I think it's still on the website because I sent Sharon a screenshot of it. £38. So for £8, that was really good. That had been worn, and that was £8, and that, as you can see, still got the tag on it. I've got 2 other items that are new with tags. Again, this season's, these are an 18 extra short wide leg linen trouser. Now, I'm not normally a linen trouser kind of person, but what changed me was the brown, they call them jorts, I think, long shorts, that I bought in Next when I was in London with Sharon back in May, when I was using a gift card that I got for Christmas. I got these brown, I got these in brown essentially, and really love them. So you can see that I got them in white. So now I'm going more down the separates kind of route, which is good because of course that's going to help you to create your mix and match wardrobe rather than just having a wardrobe full of dresses, which I usually do. So I got the Marx's linen blend trouser, extra short, and they are the perfect length for me. So those from Vinted, new with tags. Price I can't remember. And then the next, exactly the same as what I've got in brown, these long linen blend long shorts, pockets on the bum, Got them in brown, wear them a lot, absolutely love them. The only thing I would like to have done on these is to size down, because I've got plenty of room in the ones that I bought, but these are the same size as the ones that I've got. But again, because they were on Vinted, they were white, which I wanted, I just grabbed them. So yeah, those are 2 items, 1, 2, 3 items that are brand new with tags. Then a couple of other items. I bought a white dress. This hasn't been ironed and it's inside out. This is a next dress. Contains linen, so it's a linen mix, and it's one shoulder. It's inside out. You can get it on without undoing the side zip, but it's way too tight, unfortunately, for me at the moment. So I've got clothes here ranging from a 16 to a 20 plus. So it just goes to show how different the sizing is. Fantastic shape, A-line skirt, super flattering on, but just way too tight. But I'm not getting rid of it because I really do like it. And hopefully one can, I'm always saying it, might slim into it. White linen shirt. I got that in a 22 because Sharon said with the M&S linen shirt she sizes up. I don't think I should have sized up, because I think when you are bigger, if things are too oversized, they can make you look bigger than you actually are. It's absolutely fine. I will probably wear this with the white linen trousers, swimsuit underneath, and maybe tie this at the waist. For, say, you know, if you're going out for the day on holiday, but you might be going to a beach in the afternoon or something like that. If you're in a hotel and you're going down for breakfast, something like that. But that's why I'd like brown linen trousers rather than an all white look, so that I can just sort of mix and match up a little bit more. But I think over a blue swimsuit, the white shirt and white trousers would look really nice on holiday. And then I got a swimsuit. This is a Marks and Spencer swimsuit. It's like a ribbed fabric. Yeah, I think it was like very good condition, because you can set your filters and make sure that you're looking for new with tags, new without tags, very good condition. I tend not to look at things that just say good condition, because what can fall in that category with Vinted probably wouldn't be good enough condition for me, perhaps. So yeah, so a lovely white swimsuit, which I've not had a white swimsuit for a very long time. And then at the point where I had £36.40 and thought I really need to sort out my swimwear cover-ups, I got 6 items, and this is including the fees, because it's the fees that bump it all up, isn't it? So for £36.40, and I had a little bit left over, I managed to get 6 items in that cover-up vein that I was really, really happy with. So the first item is again, it's a linen, contains linen, so linen mix from Next, short sleeve, swimwear cover up with pockets and this sort of lacing detail on the front. So I thought that'd be perfect for throwing over a swimsuit. Paid literally a couple of quid for all of these things, which was how I managed to get 6 items for £36. I also got this top because it reminds me very much of like a Poochie print. And with the long shorts, if I wear them with a bit of a heel for an evening out with a top like this, that was my intention. And the same with the blue pattern top that I'm waiting to arrive. This is an ASOS white caftan over swimsuit. You tie these in a bow at the side so you can bring that sort of waist in, because it does look huge. But again, over a swimsuit, if you're just popping to the loo or going to the bar if you're on holiday, you know, that kind of thing. And then also, because and this is very Missoni type print, and this is a Georgia Asda and it's a long, again, it would be a beach cover up. Again, if you were just going to the loo, going to the bar, something to put over your swimsuit. And again, I paid like £2-3 for that. Oh, I remember that this was £1. This was £1. So yeah, so happy with that. And also £1, I've not ironed this yet because with the hot weather, I'm kind of like ironing what I really need to iron and just doing 1 or 2 pieces when it's a little bit cooler, like first thing in the morning. And this is a sarong. It's got a sort of round bit that you can kind of like loop this through to tighten it, but it's a long sarong again, just for over swimwear if I were on holiday. So that's that. And then I've got 2 pieces which weren't from Vinted, but Vinted money was used to purchase them. And the first one is the swimsuit that, again, you saw me buy quite a few weeks ago for £5.40 in Sainsbury's. It has got the gathered detail at the side of the legs, so it helps to make your legs look longer. If you're a bit short, you can gather those sides up, which is quite flattering. But yeah, great price for that at £5.40, brand new, not pre-owned, only owned by myself. And then the other brand new item was from the Marks and Spencer sale, and this was £9 for this top. I saw this back in May when Sharon and I, no, not in May when we went to the cinema. Back in July when we went to the Ivy for lunch, we went into Marks's and I saw this top. That's when obviously I saw the brown dress, wasn't it? Where is it? Up the end there. It was when I saw that in the flesh in the shop. I also saw this top and already I was thinking white, brown, blue, and I really liked it. And they had it in an 18 and I tried it on. Oh my God, it was so tight, I couldn't even tell you. And I always used to find M&S tops were super generous, but this style isn't, that's for sure. So if you're going to look for this on Vinted, they also did it in plain blue. Definitely size up, 1 or 2 sizes would be my advice. So it's kind of like half. Inside you've got another insert which comes below the bust. The 18 on me, that was there. I couldn't even get it down past the boobs. So when I saw this in the M&S sale for £9, the only size left was a 24. What a joke. Yeah, so I've got stuff here between size 16 and size 24. I ordered the 24. It's absolutely fine. Mad, absolutely mad. So yeah, it just goes to show, doesn't it, that's why I think shopping on Vinted for me sometimes can be so difficult if it's something you've not previously tried on. Because if I'd have got this on Vinted in like an 18, if I hadn't have tried it on in the shop and I'd have bought an 18, then it wouldn't have been any good. So yeah, super happy, really like it. It has got an unusual kind of, how can I explain it? It sort of sits on one shoulder, but it's a bit lower on the other shoulder. So yeah, so that came out of Vinted money, but was full price. I did order some bras, but they have been returned. Again, I just kind of went with a cup size that they had, which was a size up from what I think I am. And they were too big. And quite honestly, it was a 2-pack and I could have made 4 hats out of the cups. So yeah, that went back. Right, so that's that. And then we've got some accessories. I'm not done yet. So as I say, I feel that this is such a successful haul. So just let me grab those bits. Really getting a sweat on now, guys. Right, so we got 3 items of footwear. I've got 2 evening out shoes. Got a black and a white. The black is Zara, very small kitten heel, even I can walk in those. And then a next pair in white, again with a really small heel, but not quite as thin or as low as the black. I do like anything that goes through a toe. I live and die in Havaianas in summer. So yeah, super happy. Black and white goes with everything. Again, just trying to curate a wardrobe full of pieces that can all be worn together, mixed and matched, and accessories that go with anything. And new pair of Havaianas in white. I have got a black pair already, and I've got a purple pair that I wear as slippers during the day. Oh my goodness. And last but not least, this bag. This is actually a Primark bag. Saw this with Sharon in May when we went to the cinema. I think it was £11 in Primark. I paid £3 for this. It does have a strap if you want to use it. I don't want to use it. Don't like the strap at all. That will go inside the bag and it will just be used like that. Haven't got anything in it. Obviously it'll look better when it's got some items in it. I bought a bag like this from Amazon in the past, but the quality was really poor, and this all came away really, really quickly. And although I do have a designer summer bag that's got the raffia on it, if I'm going on holiday and I'm hand baggage only, I want something that's going to pack flat. So yeah, that's why I was looking for a style like the old Amazon one that I had, and then I thought of the Primark one. They also had this in brown in the shop when we saw it. So I just thought, yeah, for holiday evenings, that will be a super cute bag for just £3. So there you have it. My God, that has absolutely killed me sweat-wise doing that. Just talking is just horrific at the moment. But anyway, I haven't done the girl maths on it all other than those 6 pieces, because I knew what I had in the account, and I ordered those all on one night and sent Sharon the pictures and said, this is what I've got for my 36 quid. So yeah, I was so happy with that. So some things I have remembered the price of and I've mentioned, but other things I haven't. And quite frankly, I think I'm going to keep it short and sweet, because I've probably been talking for quite a while. It's probably quite a long video, but let me know what you think. I think going forward, I won't do it in this video, but I think I will do a kind of like how to sell on Vinted, because I have been asked that in the past and I've never got round to doing it. So I think I will do that also. I really need to go. The sweat's running in my eyes and it's starting to make my mascara sting. So let me know what you think on my curated summer wardrobe and the bargains that I have got from Vinted. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.